Morning, beautiful soul. We are going to do one of our awareness to action readings today, which is going to help you gain some clarity on some deeper shadow aspects and how to overcome them. So as always, take what resonates, leave what does not. If something particularly hits, I would love to hear what that is in the comments. And if you would like to dive deeper into your own personal journey and healing, you can book on our website for that. All right, our first question up is, what is the current shadow that is coming up? The Lovers. Ooh, I feel like I'm gonna get called out today. So we have this idea that there is separation between us and what we desire, perhaps between us and our partner, and the bigger aspect is the disconnect between ourselves, right? That disconnect of our true authentic nature and our disconnect with the universe, with the divine. And there's this illusion that we are separate from when really we are always in connection. So there's this need to restore a sense of balance and harmony and alignment. So take notice where things are triggering you and perhaps feeding into that illusion of separation or discord, and perhaps any self-sabotaging behaviors that are making you lean into self-sabotaging behaviors that allow or that cause you to sabotage your relationship in any way. That's going to be important. So how or why is this shadow misaligned? This illusion. Oh. Alright, there's some stuff flipping out, but I'm going to take it. But there's a lot here, so let's kind of distill this down. So what jumped out was the 10 of Wands and the 5 of Wands. So whatever this is for you, it's feeling like a battle and a burden, that you're kind of always up against it, that you're shouldering the weight, that is this thing that is just, it's weighing on you. It's this conflict, and it feels like there's no clarity there, and it just has this really heavy feeling. Like I can really feel it on my chest. Perhaps internal conflict and tension within your own mind, between your heart and your head, between the ego and the soul, between you and your person. But what you don't see here is that in this illusion that either you're going at it alone, that there's constant conflict, there is tangible, fiery, passionate action underway to continue deepening that commitment. There is a commitment there, and there's this sense of or an invitation for deeper spirituality. And it's something not clearly seen, perhaps because of the illusions of the mind itself. Perhaps the eclipse season that we're currently in is affecting this, or this conflict that you're having within yourself is creating this sense of being blinded to the actual action that has been taken over time. So I'm sensing a invitation to pull back and kind of look at the whole journey, look at the bigger picture, and kind of reassess what that truth is, where the illusions are, where you may be lying to yourself or deceiving to yourself, old narratives. I keep hearing like attachment styles. So perhaps you have been working on healing your attachment style. Perhaps something there is being triggered, or someone else's attachment style is being triggered, having an understanding of how that shows up for you yourself as well as others allows you to take a more proactive approach. And if you've been following along with some of our recent readings, this idea of being committed to something has been coming up a lot lately. So remember that the more you commit to your personal growth, your self-work, and whatever passion, career, things that you feel called to pour yourself into, that is going to be mirrored in your life and in your partnerships and in your family. That level of commitment and drive to really continue at something, to really be invested in it, and to put that work in and allow for passion to lead, that heart space, that fire within you to allow you to double down in those commitments, to reassess and reevaluate where your energy is misaligned, or again, if there's this conflict and this burden within inside of yourself, or if you're seeing it outside of yourself, it means that it is within inside of yourself, right? So taking a look at where those things are and trying to work through them, whatever that process is for you, whether it be talking with a coach or a therapist, or dance therapy movement, which is something else that I teach, and whatever that process is for you. Journaling is a great one to really get that energy out and try and bring it back into that space of equilibrium. So I'm going to put it back in, but what is the true alignment or goal, or alignment to higher self? What is this true alignment? Past the illusion, what is the true alignment? Interesting. So we have Four of Swords. Which the card itself says, take time out and the answer will come. So I'm feeling like this is going to be a very individual thing here, not something more broad towards the collective, but an invitation to rest and reflect. And on my website, we have a whole page about what it means to retreat and that time for solitude and self-reflection. And Quentin's book is really good about this too, The Black Belt Husband. I'm reading a whole section right now about the importance of taking that time out for yourself. And that goes for whoever, whatever you are. Like, you need to take that time to get to know yourself and to find that clarity within, because only from that personal introspection are you going to find that clarity. Are you going to find that stability and sense of personal control, so that you can take whatever necessary action is needed in your life, and to kind of cut through your bullshit, cut through other people's bullshit, see through those illusions and heal from whatever needs healing. Again, that attachment style came up, so perhaps there's something deeper there for you. What is the gap in awareness? Yeah, we saw that coming. That's 2 4s now and 2 5s. So it's this Four of Cups. It's you're looking at the pain and the discomfort and the things that are not working, rather than taking this time to introspect and widen that perception to see that what you are working towards, what you want, is there for you. It's attainable. It's being offered in some way, shape, or form, and something that's on your heart, and you're still sitting there with it. It's just that perspective, and this need to take that time to reflect and sit with it and sit with the discomfort. Sometimes you have to allow yourself that time and space to be uncomfortable. And we have another 4 coming out here to clarify it. So yeah, so that's 4 4s. So we have 4 4 4 now. Whatever this is, you're holding on to past hurts but you're also holding on to what you know you want and what you are investing in for your future. And there's some kind of caution with this in not holding on too tightly. So the hurt, you can hold on to the lessons but let go of the hurt. And the thing that you want, you have to be willing to let it go. It's kind of a paradox, but you have to be willing and know to let it go and know that you're going to be okay, even if it doesn't materialize. That energy is showing up in some way, shape, or form elsewhere in your life. And again, that's another invitation to shift your perspective to see where is that same energy showing up. All right, let's see. How do we bridge this gap? Eight of Cups and Nine of Swords. So this is causing so much anxiety within you that you could be experiencing sleepless nights, insomnia, just general anxiety, hopelessness, worry. Nihilism is a really big one. If you've been on your spiritual journey for a while, you will come up to these states of nihilism, and they get scary. They get very scary, where it again, it's another paradox, because you start to realize that nothing matters, but also everything matters, and that can get really heavy. So it's just allowing for yourself to move through that really dense energy and to heal and clarify and cut out what is not serving you, because this Eight of Cups is asking you to walk away from what is not serving you, to walk towards a new horizon, to take that action, to see the challenge that you've been presented with. All right. What action or healing is needed at this time? Nine of Pentacles. So that's a big shift in energy. So the shift in perspective that needs to happen and the healing that needs to happen is kind of that like daydreamy, delulu manifestation energy. It's, you have to believe in your dreams. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in the thing that you wish to create. You have to shift your mindset to that. To everything is working out for me, right? It's getting out of that victim mindset of everything is happening to me and shifting to that everything is happening for me. It is setting up my foundation. It is teaching me lessons. It is refining me. It is removing things and people and places from my life that do not align for my highest good. And it's not an easy process to go through that or to shift your mindset to that. And even if you've been on this journey, you're going to constantly cycle through that, right? Because it's layer after layer of this as we continue to align with our highest timelines and our authentic self. So keep your mindset on what it is that you're working so hard towards, why you're fighting and healing. What is that for you, right? Ending generational cycles, setting in place a new foundation, a new legacy for yourself or your family. There was another channel coming in. I lost it. Oh, it's like right there. Oh, seeing your successes. In your reflection, seeing, the hurt and the harm and the lessons is one thing, but you also need to take the time to look at what has worked. Celebrate those small wins, and even shifting that perspective to see the wins and the lessons, right? That's a really hard thing to do, but you're here, you survived, you made it. I mean, it's going to take some personal reflection to see what and why that is. All right. How do we implement or apply this? Page of Wands. There's so much fiery energy coming out here today. So again, it's affirming. Keep your eye on the goals and enjoy the moment that you're in. Stay present. Balance out those priorities. Continue to have that beginner mindset and, love without and give without expectation of return, which is so hard. That true unconditional love, to put yourself out there, to put your passions out there, and to, not allow for others' criticisms and projections and wounding to dampen you. Oof, believe me, that's a hard one. Temperance, seeking balance. So again, coming out to confirm that it's this need to balance the heart and the mind and the ego and the soul and the hurt and the healing, all of those parts of self, tempering them, bringing them into this state of equilibrium so that you can have a greater sense of self as you continue to move forward and double down in your commitment and really go after the thing that you want. Any guidance or advice? Page of Pentacles and Two of Pentacles. So again, just further confirming this need to find the balance that works for you. Find the flow of life. Every season is going to bring its challenges and it's going to shift those things within your life. But the more that you can focus on your goals and be committed to them and take that action, that's where you're going to see the energy and the results, right? Energy flows where attention goes. So learn to have discipline over your mind and your emotions. All right, what is the aligned outcome for you? Ooh. Interesting. Seven of Cups and the Moon. So there is still some kind of illusion where you need to step back and take stock of the options that are available to you. Not everything that glitters is gold. And every time that you make a commitment to something, if you double down, you are going to be tempted with other offers to distract you, to present other timelines, and you do have free will. You have the choice to choose other timelines. For example, I doubled down in my business and my commitment and my journey and my partnership, and then I was presented other career options, which I have already decided beforehand were contradictory to what I truly wanted. Right? And I'm sitting here and I'm seeing this offer and I'm laughing because it's like, I don't want this. But it is no surprise to me that I am being tested and tempted with it. Because I see the challenge to be committed to what I want, to stay focused and not be distracted by an easier path. Right? By the glitter and the glam and the gold, because not all that glitters is gold. And only you can know the truth of that for yourself. To see past the illusions, to see and know your own truth. Your dreams may be holding some insight for you. So if you don't already have a dream journal, maybe start one. Or just meditate on things that you can recall from your dreams. If you need help deciphering dreams, reach out to me. I love it. It's a subconscious. It brings up illusions and fears and deeper parts of your knowing. It will provide you both. It will show you the fear, and it will also show you the clarity that is needed and the steps that you can take, right? Is there anything we don't see about the situation? What don't we see about the situation? All right, tell me more about the illusion. I was going to bite my tongue and not bring it up, but the devil's in the details. Not only are you only limited by your own personal beliefs, the devil will tempt you, right? Take that how it resonates. Whether you believe in a malicious energy or whether it's just, the universe presenting you options that are seemingly contradictory, you will be challenged. You will be tempted to take another path that is easier simply because it is easier. And if you want to, that's not wrong. There's nothing wrong in choosing that, but you have to take accountability for your choices. You have to know that everything comes at a cost. Even your deepest desire will come at cost. It will cost you absolutely everything. And by that I mean every ounce of conditioning and who you think you are. Right? The easy path is going to be the one that allows you to stay in the illusion, in the matrix, right? So, again, no path is better than the other, but it is your choice to make and what you want out of this life. That is the free will that you have been gifted. Are you like me and you lean into delayed gratification and you take the hard road because you can't settle? It's a hard road. You lose a lot along the way. And it feels like suffering. But the reward is that much greater. But I've also taken that safe path in life. And it was safe and it was comfortable. But the universe would not allow me to stay there. So just be warned that that can happen too. The universe may shift and change, and you may be called to a higher timeline, a higher pathway, and you may no longer be able to take the safe, comfortable route. So take that time to introspect and decide what you really want for yourself. And pay attention to how your thoughts are contributing to that. All right. Is there anything else that the collective needs to know? Harsh truth is better than a soft lie. If you're here, you already know that I don't play. I will call it like it is, and I will say it like it is. Because it is better to be told the truth and hurt by the truth than to be comforted by a lie. So, where are you lying to yourself? Where are you causing yourself more heartache, unnecessary heartache, burden, stress, internal conflict, because you're holding on too tight to past narratives, to past wounds, to something that is no longer for you, any number of things. Chariot, because this is going to happen at an accelerated rate. We started out with the Nine of Wands over here, and we're ending on the Chariot. So it's like, it's going to be unexpected. It's going to happen fast. It's things that are going to fall in and out of place, and you have to be ready for that. And it's more so a ready or not. And one of the best quotes that I've ever been told is, be prepared so you don't have to get prepared. The more that you know yourself and you introspect and you know what it is that you stand for, what you stand on, who you are, how you put yourself into the world, that is what creates your alignment. Because you will attract and repulse things that are for you and not for you. You will align with the people, places, and opportunities that are truly meant for you, but you will also be placed in direct, with things that are going to challenge you and say, hey, are you sure this is really what you want? And it will come in the form of other people's wounds and projections. It'll come in the form of the illusion of getting everything that you want. But there's often a catch there because, again, you will have to sacrifice something. Either way. Right? So you have to ask yourself, what is truly worth it? How much are you willing to go through? Are you willing to fight? Are you willing to stay steadfast in who you are and what you know you want and where you're going and what you know is meant for you? because believe me, I see so many posts telling people, you know, it's kind of a double-edged sword. Like, you deserve more, just leave, right? But that doesn't take into consideration so many other factors: your personal growth, other people's wounding. And while you are not responsible for others' healing, you have to know what is worth holding on to and fighting for. And again, that is only something that you can determine within yourself, your truth, and your alignment. All right, I hope something and or everything resonated. If you would like a personal reading, healing, would like to dive in deeper, this is available on my website. It's called Awareness to Action. It's one of our shadow sessions, which helps you dig down deep into your trauma, self-sabotaging behaviors, and other narratives to help you be more self-aware, heal, and be a better version of you, uncovering your authenticity. All right, we'll see you around.